What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? It's the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. No guest, lone wolf today. Going to the beat of my own fucking drum, I tell you that much. Going to the beat of my own drum. What's this do? No, wait. This makes me laugh so much. I got this although this sounds kind of... I'm on my own, in the house, in Queens, Astoria Studios. Colum Tyrrell Podcast, welcome back. This is an example. If you want to support the show, head up to patreon.com. Go support the fucking show. Every week you get an episode like this. I've no producers, no guests. No one interrupting me, filling me full of that horse shit, dragging the conversation down laneways I don't want to go down. Hey, let's dissect. Let's dissect. I don't want to do it. So I'm on my own here today. Although this does sound a little sounds a little weird. This machine has like little voice things on it. So you can press things like this, like hello.
Hello. Hello. It is I, your inner demon. Do it. Take up skirts. Take upskirt photos. Take the upskirt photos. If she didn't want you to take upskirt photos, why would she wear a skirt in public? She'll never know. Take a photo of her panties. Fuck it. You only live once. Live at the vida loca. Ricky Martin said that, and he fucked his nephew. Take photos of her skirt.
That's fucked up, bro. That was your inner demon. That was your inner demon. That's the voice inside your head telling you every day you go to work on the train. So part of you goes, what if I took an upskirt photo of this chick? I knew a guy got arrested for pedophilia. He got caught taking upskirt photos of some chick on a cruise ship. And then when the cops came over, I don't know, they figured out whatever they did, they didn't arrest him on site. Just so you know, if you're out there taking upskirt photos, they don't arrest you on site necessarily. So just be careful out there, folks, when you're getting your upskirt photos. So all of this whole device has multiple buttons. Like, what's this one?
Hello. Hold up, I'm a robot. This is the future.
Robots don't even sound like that now. Robots sound like Alexa. Robots sound like that. Alexa, by the way, is losing her fucking mind. My Alexa is like almost like, first of all, I never even wanted it in my fucking house. My girl got it because she's lazy. And for some reason, turning on a lamp is too much work. So you have to go, Alexa, turn on the lamp, please, Alexa, please. And she's like, what? And like she's like, it's like living with your fucking grandmother or something. Alexa, turn on the lamp, please, Alexa, please. What? Or you'll be watching a movie and then out of nowhere she just chimes in with some random information. You'll be just watching a movie and then just out of nowhere you'll just hear Alexa go, the rape of Nanking took place in 1937 when the Japanese raped and pillaged over 400,000 Chinese civilians. It's fucking crazy. We're getting too lazy. What's this one do? Hello. That does not. Hello? Oh, that does nothing. What's this? Nope. I don't want that my neighborhood, all right? Get these out of my neighborhood, all right? It's a good neighborhood. It's a white neighborhood. I don't want these. Next thing you know, the rap music. This is a lot of fun. Who needs a co-host? Who needs anything? This is what the Patreon episode is like, by the way. No real direction, no real flow. It's just me rambling. There's no video. I don't like the video. It doesn't make sense to have video because I'm not going to be coming in here ranting and raving about Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin and all that type of stuff. I'm just sitting around kind of looking at shit in my room. Usually I'm just walking around getting distracted by things. And that's what the Patreon episode is. There's no real anything about it. It's just a diary entry that's sometimes funny, sometimes kind of just irrelevant. But that's what life is, right? That's what life is. We're in March now. It's March 4th or something like that. Have you been sticking to your New Year's resolutions? Is it the same shit you've always been doing? This is the year I'm gonna stop eating so much chockies. And now you're a fat fuck again. It's back to the same old shit. So go listen to the podcast if you want to kill some hours while you're in your cubicle. It's only $1 every week. You get an extra $1 a month. $1 a month. That's 25 cents American dollars. 25 cents a week. You get an extra episode, solo episode, no video, just audio. Or you can sign up for the year, $10.08 for the year. All right, that's $10.08. By the way, we've got some merch cooking. On the Patreon, we have a group chat thing going on. And you can now get it on your... You used to only be on the phone, but now you can get it on your computer too. So head over there. A lot of the boys be sending mostly photos of Sydney Sweeney's tits. I'll be honest. The vast majority of conversation is Sydney Sweeney's tits, and then you'll have some guy who will sincerely be like, yo, I'm depressed, I'm 28, I haven't achieved anything, and a lot of the boys will start giving them some good pep talk. They'll actually have some serious, like, no, this is what you got to do. Listen, partying's fun, but you got to sit down, figure it out. Just figure out one step. That's all you got to do. Point in the one direction. If you work 5% today, that's 5% every day. By the time it's like a ship, you move a ship 5% to the left. By the end of the year, you're completely at a different destination. All right, that's all you got to do, buddy. And then in the next photo will be Taylor Swift getting cummed on at just at a Chiefs game, an AI version of Taylor Swift getting her box eaten by Oscar the Grouch. It's a man's world out there, and there's probably some chicks in there too, masquerading under a man's name. But head over to the patreon.com. You'll get an extra episode every single week. Oh yeah, and we're working on the merch over there because the 1008 for the year, that became known as the local 1008. Just a couple of boys started calling it the local 1008, like one of these union places. And so we created merch. So we looked at a bunch of different union designs, and then we created merch. And that is looking pretty sick. That was kind of created by the people. Oh my God, my fucking shoulder is aching. Oh, can you hear that? I've got bad shoulder. I've been hitting the fucking gym. I don't know if you can tell. I'm wearing one of my True Classic shirts. Are you a fat piece of shit? Are you a dad bod even though you don't have any children? That's what it is. Are you 28 years old with a dad bod? You got tits and love handles? That's what happened to me, man. I went down to Pittsburgh, and it was an eye-opening experience. Being in America, it's great until you start becoming a fat guy with tits and love handles, and you just want to drive everywhere, and you just start forgetting the capitals of other countries. That's just what happens, right? That's when you become an American. You just slowly think of baseball as the World Series, despite you being only played here. You only think of World War II starting at when America got involved after Pearl Harbor. And that's just an inevitable thing. And then it's just after a while, it's like more cheese. That's all it is. Every dish, more cheese. Shove the cheese in the crust. Shove the cheese in the fucking Diet Pepsi. I need more fucking cheese. So I was turning into a white little fucking wobbly gay boy. I was on stage in Pittsburgh. Took a photo. Someone took a photo of me. A professional photographer. Shout out Improv Pittsburgh. Shout out photos. They took a photo of me on stage, and it was the worst. I had a big gut hanging out. I had big titties. I was just a mush body fucking dope. I looked like mashed potato in like a fucking sock. Just and I was smiling. I had no teeth. That's how bad my body was. That it made me. I had no teeth in the photo. And then I said, I got to start hitting the gym. So I've been hitting that gym. I've been going to Planet Fitness in Queens. And you have never seen more of a ragtag bunch of dipshits than a Planet Fitness in the most diverse neighborhood in the world. All right? Queens, New York, more dialects spoken here than any other country or place on the planet. And you head down Planet Fitness, by the way, it's a shit gym. It's purposely designed for people who impulsively sign up but never go. That's their whole model. Is They only have 2% of the people who sign up go, because it's $12.99 a year, and they have all these kind of benefits, or at least they used to have like free bagel Mondays and all this type of shit. So people would sign up and then they never go. But it's me and all these other dirty immigrants, and I'm allowed to say that because they're dirty and I'm an immigrant. And there's a lot of Uber drivers down there, and you'll show up and you'll just have the wildest collection of people down there. You'll have just some Indian dude lifting 4-pound weights, 4-pound dumbbell, and then he'll drop them and walk away. There's some chick wearing jeans with a full face of makeup, and then you got some fucking ex-assassin from Yugoslavia who weighs 400 pounds, and he's doing a leg press with every single fucking plate in the entire place, and he's just going, Yuski, Guski, Gilska. You want it. That's like literally the most diverse place I've ever been in my life. And no one puts the weights back. No one gives a fuck about putting the weights back. No one gives a fuck about wiping down the machines. It's nasty. But I've been going, look at that. I'm getting fucking jacked. Things have changed. Getting jacked. I'm no more bitch boy Colum anymore. No more bitch boy tits. No more little bitch boy Collie. So head over to the Patreon. This is pretty much what it is. It's just like the ramblings of a madman every week. And I'm pretty mad too, because I recorded 30 minutes of this episode only to realize I didn't even have the fucking microphone on, and that's pretty damn annoying. Pretty irritating. There's one thing when you lose an episode with someone, because at least you have the memory of the two of you sitting around.
Look up her skirt. Take a photo up that girl's skirt.
At least you have the memory of the conversation. When you do a solo episode and then you lose the episode, it's just nothing. I don't get anything out of it. You don't get anything out of it. And then you have to go repeat the episode. And it's kind of just like, what's the fucking point of trying? By the way, Patreon goal, 857. 857 is the new Patreon goal. We're at 7 something. And when we hit 857, by the way, only $1 a month, Colum Tyrrell will fry an egg. Yeah, you heard it, baby. Frying an egg at 857 Patreon. While everyone else is doing these big things, Are You Garbage is going to Ireland, Stuff Ireland is renting a Ferrari and driving into the White House or whatever, I will fry a fucking egg. Now that's content. All right? So head over to patreon.com. My children need wine. My children need wine. Check me out on the road, boys and girls. I am touring like a motherfucker. Chicago, March 14th, 15th, 16th. That's St. Patrick's Day weekend. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On that Saturday, that is the St. Patrick's Day parade. They're going to dye the fucking river green. It's the whole thing. It's going to be chaos. Hopefully that will sell out, because I need a bonus. My children need wine. Check that out. If you're in Chicago to surrounding areas, that's going to be good. The new hour is fucking good. Shout out to Milwaukee Laughing Tap. Great room. Great fucking vibe. The Midwest is fucking sick. The Midwest is great. There's nothing to do. It's kind of shit. Like, it's good because it's shit. No offense. If you're in the Midwest of America, it's really shitty, irrelevant towns and cities. They're all the same. Milwaukee's the same as Indianapolis, Pittsburgh even. I don't even know if you call that the Midwest. That's the beginning. It's all the same. They're all just old factory towns where no one really works anymore, and you're all fat and bearded and you drink too much. And all the buildings are shitty. You know, it's just a shitty place, and the shows are always great because they have nothing to live for. And I like that. And like I said, also in Milwaukee, how dare they stopped making Milwaukee tools in Milwaukee. They fucking make them in Hong Kong. That's crazy. That's crazy that you allow that. If someone packs up and moves away, that's like allowing your fucking ex-wife to keep your fucking family name. No. You get the house and you get your old shitty Jew name back. All right, March 17th, Austin at the Mothership. That's sold out, but we've added March 18th at the Creek in the Cave. Colum Tyrrell and Friends, new material night. Go check that out if you're in Austin. It's me, Mark Norman, Chris O'Connor, Tommy Pope, Lemur Lee, Sean Gardini, Dean Sanfeld, Cam Patterson from Kill Tony, loves his rocks. And special guests. That's Monday, March 18th at the Creek in the Cave. Then I got on 2 weeks. I'm on tour with Ari Shafir, starting in Asheville, North Carolina, South Carolina, Asheville anyway, and ending in Toronto. So go off to arishafir.com, check out those tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be up there doing 15 minutes up top, and then I'll be overdosing on drugs while Ari inevitably insults half of the audience and walks around 10 people. Then April 12th and 13th, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Moon Tower in Austin Festival. Back to Austin, April 17th through 20th. Hartford, Connecticut, May 3rd and 4th. Sunnyvale, California, May 9th through 11th. Comedy Zone, Greenville, May 17th, 18th. And that's my birthday. And then there's a bunch more dates. Port Charlotte, Florida, Illinois, Tennessee. Tulsa has been added, although I don't see that on the list. I must have lost Tulsa. So, yeah, go fucking columtyrrell.com for all of those tickies. All right. Solo episode, mailbag episode. By the way, first of all, did you see fucking Bradley? Did you see Bradley Cooper came out and he said that for the first, this is Bradley Cooper stinks. Bradley Cooper has this, I don't know if you ever saw, but back in the day he was in like inside the actor studio and he like asked a question. So Bradley Cooper's one of these trained dickheads. Every now and again, you'll come across an actor who's kind of just like, yeah, I just auditioned for Harry Potter when I was 7 and now I'm an actor. Or something like that, you know? Oh, I got into acting in prison. I was smuggling drugs and then I needed to find an outlet and now I'm an actor, you know, or something like that. Or Jason Statham, he was an Olympian, wasn't he? Wasn't he like a professional diver where they jump in the air and go, sorry. That was 4 millimeters of splash. You are disqualified. Jason said, he was like, whoa, I gotta dive. I gotta dive and do a flip and not make any splashes. So he was an Olympian, or at least he was some sort of a top athlete. But Bradley Cooper, pretty boy. It's always pretty boys that get, pretty boys just get it young. This is I've got hang-ups against pretty people and rich kids. I do have that pretty privilege is they become dickheads, and there's a thing that they're allowed, because most of the stuff that they do, 30% of it is given a pass because they're good looking. So they'll just say stupid shit like I'm into poetry, and girls go, oh my god, that's great. But he could have said he's into killing dogs, and the girls would be like, oh my god, I love that about you, because you're making them wet. All right, you're making them wet. Bradley Cooper's a bit of a cock, right? You think he's going to be just one of the boys. He does The Hangover. That character he plays is just like, but he's not. He did that because he had to get his name out there. And ever since then, he's just been a fucking bitch actor. Has he ever done anything good? Limitless? Was that good? Was that even good? Or was that one of those movies where you sort of watch it and then get to the very end of it and go, there's so many holes in this and doesn't make any sense. Why didn't the guy who invented the pill, why didn't he discover a way to not die? If he's a genius that he invented the pill, this dipshit writer took the same pill and then the same pill affected his brain so that he was smart enough to discover it. But like, that's like giving steroids to me and then suddenly I'm going to win the Tour de France. No, the top athlete in the world who takes steroids is going to beat me anyway. Fucking dumb, stupid fucking movie. Anyway, Bradley Cooper came out recently in an interview and goes, I didn't know if I loved my daughter for the first 8 months. And there's just a time when you got to go, shut the fuck up, Bradley. Shut your pretty face. You're a piece of me and you're always going to be a piece of me and no one gives a fuck about your opinions. You're not artistic. he carries himself like a guy. You know, he's the type of guy, and a lot of comedians do this where they smoke cigars and they go, "Oh, this is a good Cuban," and you go, "No, you don't know that. You've got the palate of a dog. Your your favorite food is fucking Chick-fil-A. Shut the fuck up." The amount of people that smoke cigars, and I go, I don't trust you. You're doing this because you watched Thomas the Tank Engine and someone with a big fat belly and a suit was like, "Har, har, har," had a fucking cigar. You saw Dale Carnegie or something, and you have this image of what that means. You think you're fucking... You think you're a mafioso boss. Yo, let me tell you. I don't believe that anyone likes cigars, really. Like, that's like such an easy thing to copy, smoking the cigars. So, do I look cool? I'm smoking my cigars. But they don't like any of the other stuff. You never heard them like getting into classical music or anything like that, or fucking plays or literature or anything like that. No, it's like, I'm not a smoke a cigar because I love that. I think you're a posing cunt. I just refuse to believe anyone likes cigars. There's probably some cunts out there. Sure, you know you're Pappy Van Winkle and your fucking Cuban horseshit, but most of you are just lying through your teeth. Anyway, so Bradley Cooper did an interview, and then he said, I'm not sure if I love my daughter. And you go, shut the fuck up. No one asked you to say this. Why are you saying this? That was him trying to be, not edgy, but that was him trying to be like, oh, here's what I'll do is I'll say a thing that, because he doesn't have something to be called brave. He in his mind, he was like, sometimes parents don't love their kids, and I'm going to be the voice of that movement. There was a whole thing before, like in the New York Times, where all these mothers were like, some mother wrote an article which is like, yeah, I don't love my daughter. I just never did. I'm just one of these people who doesn't love their kids. The internet was like, burn her at the stake. And then all these other chicks are like, no, I get it. I hate my kids. Yeah, no, just never loved them. It's a whole thing. So people just don't love their kids. And that happens. I couldn't believe he came out and said that. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that he said that. But that's him trying to be... That was like when Liam Neeson came out and was like, I remember in the 80s, what's Liam Neeson say? What's Liam Neeson's voice? It's like this, isn't it?
Hello. I have a set of skills. I will find you, and I will take an upskirt photo. I will take a photo of you up your skirt without you noticing, and I shall whack off to it when I get home.
Liam Neeson said that before about he carried a bat looking for black guys, and a black guy assaulted his friend, so he grabbed the bat and just went looking for black guys. And he said that in an interview. He was like, but I realize now that was racist, so BLM. And I was like, no. What a way to miss the mark. What a way to miss the mark. And that was a Bradley Cooper. I just didn't know if I loved my daughter, but he's so fucking up. He's sniffing his own fucking farts, that kid. I saw another video. I didn't even watch it. He stuck on that big fucking fake nose, and he played the conductor. Don't even know what the guy, Bernstein, is it Leonard Bernstein or some shit like that? Bradley Cooper made this movie, and then he was sitting down with the kids of the guy. And they were like, and the kids are like, so how influential was my father? And he's like, I miss him. It's like, oh, you miss him? What do you miss most about him? He's like, just so much, and I just wish he was here. And I really do. I miss him a lot. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? You never met the guy. He's been dead for 40 years. What the fuck is going on? Bradley Cooper, just stop it. You're a good looking dude. Just be a good-looking dude. Stop trying to be some sort of profound artist. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What you want to do is be like fucking Nick Swartzen, right? Nick Swartzen was, I don't know if you know, Nick Swartzen's just out of his fucking nut. Let me see if I had that video. I watched that video. Yes, I left it here. Oh, I did. Look. Nick Swartzen got booed off stage. I'm not answering questions. This is a mailbag. I'm just remembering this stuff right now. But I don't know. Is this good? Join the Patreon. I'm telling you, the episode that got deleted just right now was very, very funny. So this is the way the cookies crumble sometimes. So look.
Let's go. Who here knows who Norm MacDonald is?
So I get Nick Swartzen. He did a show, and apparently he tweeted about this afterwards, but he was wasted anyway. And they didn't like the show. And everyone started booing him, like, refund.
Go. I mean, they turned the lights and turned off the spotlight.
Dude, they turned off the light. This is 20 minutes into a show, 15 minutes into a show. They turned the lights off. They cut his mic. They got him off stage. But I listened to this. Listen to this, bitch.
Good evening. My name's Justin. I'm the director of operations.
Hi, Justin.
We've decided to conclude the show early in the best interest of those who bought tickets. We apologize for what you've seen tonight. Please email the box office. We'll be responding to inquiries and processing credits and refunds. We apologize. Thank you very much. I'll be in the lobby if you have questions or concerns. Please email the box office. Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Justin. Dude, I've had some stinkers. Thank God I'm not famous. But we're getting there. Patreon's growing. I will fry an egg. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button, fellas. Yeah. But I've had some bad stinkers in my day, but I've never gone viral like that. You know, Chappelle's done it. There's been a few people have done it over the years. What's that black chick? You know, she ready. Yo, we getting turned up in here. She ready. Tiffany Haddish, the pedophile. She fucking had a video, went viral. I've had some stinker. Oh, Doug Stanhope had a video one time where he was in Leeds and they all started like throwing bottles at him. That's crazy. But Nick Swartzen fucking tweeted then. He's like, sorry, I took some medication. I was on a flight or something like that. I had jet lag. I drank. And I want to know what he said, though. Because when he was leaving, a lot of people were booing, going, no, we love you, Nick. We love you. I can't believe that fucking bitch had to come out. Hi, guys. My name is Justin. I want to apologize for what you have to see right now. Absolute loser. Dude, I was last night, right? I did a show at the Stand. I'm going to try to get this clip, but I went nuts. I was doing a show, 2 chicks in the front row. Before I go up on stage even. The show was fine, a little quiet, right? Whatever. 2 chicks in the front row. Someone goes, watch out for those girls in the front row. They're nipping, they're talking a lot. They don't mean any harm, but they're talking a lot. And so I go up on stage, go, hey, how's it going? How's the show been? And most people go, yay, fun. And then this girl in the front row, I swear to God, right? This girl, hold on. Yes. Farting on the couch, farting on the couch. Hold on. Farting on the couch, farting on the couch. This chick in the front row, I go on stage. I go, how was the show been? And she goes, average. I couldn't believe it. I went from just being fine to fucking 90 immediately. And this wasn't even because I wasn't even on. Like, I had nothing to do with the show, but I just fucking got mad on behalf of the other comedians. What a fucking cunt. Average. I said to her, I go, well, what's your scale? Like, what's your scale? Like, so we know. I go, how do you know what the average is? And then I go, how would you rate your looks out of 10? And then she goes, I'm a New York 10. I go, are you fucking insane? This is how we start the show. I go, are you fucking insane? I go, if you're a New York 10 and you say the show was average, that means in reality, this is the worst show in the history of mankind. So we're doing the show's going whatever, I'm doing my jokes, and then I hear in the middle of somewhere, I just hear a little ha, seemed like a fake kind of like laugh, you know, and I couldn't really see who it was. Did another joke, and then I hear a ha, and I went, oh, This is the bitch in the front row. And then another joke. And then I hear she goes, ha ha. And I just stop. And I get the video. I just stop and I go, you're a fucking cunt. Which, in fairness, probably most of the show, but they were talking, they were nipping in, they were fucking disrupting the show. Just self-entitled fucking bitches. And she went, but that's the worst thing. That's the craziest, rudest fucking thing. I will choke you out. I will do 40 to life. I will assassinate you. Here, I will get this mic and just wrap it around your fucking neck, you tubby cunt. The audacity of that. Paying into a show, you're doing it. And I said, you fucking cunt. I go, I bet you have no friends. I bet no one likes you. Your family are embarrassed about you. I went so hard. And the crowd was like, ooh, the crowd was silent because they don't even know what's going on. Most of the crowd are just sitting there watching, having a good time. And then out of nowhere, like halfway through a sentence, I just stop and I just look down and go, you're a fucking cunt. I got to get the video. Because it gets silent, and then I go, I don't care if I ruin the show. I'll get off stage in 1 minute, but it's rude. I go, it's not easy coming up here, right? You think this is an easy thing to do, and you're fucking, not only are you being rude to me and all the other fucking acts, you're being a fucking little bitch to everyone else who paid in, all right? So shut the fuck up. You fucking nothing. You fucking loser. And yeah, I ruined the show. Nothing, yeah, but that happens. That happens sometimes. But I wouldn't even mind. Then I started doing the jokes again. I said, fuck it, forget about it. I go, and then I do a joke, and everyone was like too like scared to laugh. And I go, don't let this bitch ruin our night. She's a cunt. Let it out. Let's have fun. I'll be off stage in a couple of minutes, and the rest of the comedians, they're gonna have a great time. And then I did some more fucking material. And then she starts laughing. This fucking bitch in the front row starts laughing, genuinely enjoying the show. Do you know what it was? I think this one was just a cunty whore, and she just needed a fucking guy to come over and just grab her by the ear and go, shut your fucking mouth. She's just so used to being like, you paid a check. No man under 6 foot. You know, this type of fucking, this mediocre nothing who just has this high fucking entitlement because she lets dudes fucking jizz in her ass. So she's walking around, and now she's fucking 30, and no guys want to be with her because they fucking body count. And then she starts to laugh. Then she started to enjoy the show. She started to enjoy the show. And that's what she needed. She just needed someone to grab her and go, shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. That's not cute to me. None of this shit is amusing to me. Shut the fuck up. Do as you're told. And then suddenly she was like, okay, yes, daddy. And then afterwards, right, and I did go, sorry for being so mean, walk off the stage. Then the stand go, oh, should we send over a round of shots just to cool things over? I go, absolutely fucking not. Why would you fucking reward this bitch's bad behavior? Why the fuck would you do that? All right, mailbag episode. Let's get some questions from the Patreon. All right. Questions from the Patreon, everybody. Patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell, only $1 a month. Shout out to the 1008. And then you can win free merch, by the way, if you... Is this a good angle? Is this a flattering angle? Can you see my little cock, my little todger? Get your questions in. Ever had a bad experience? This is from Free Fly Bree. Ever had a bad experience with a hooker? If so, what happened? Of course, I'm going to answer that now. I used a desensitizing spray with one once. At the time, I thought it would be a good way to get my money's worth. Obviously, makes sense. You know, you pay per visit. You know, you don't pay per pound type of thing, right? So you want to get your time out of there. I don't know how the pros do it. I'm sure there's a couple of black dudes about to tell me how not to bust in the first hour and a half. But what's your skill? If any of the boys out here seeing the ladies at night, going to visit Roxanne, getting yourself a little hoo-ah. What's your thing? Would you rub one out before you go? What if you rub one out before you go? Because look, I used too much and my dick went completely numb. I couldn't finish, though. She eventually sent me on my way, having not bust. Also, you could say I didn't fuck since I couldn't feel a thing. All right, well, that is an issue one. P.S. My birthday is St. Patrick's Day. That is irrelevant to me, my man. But happy birthday, I guess. See you in Chicago, Zanies, Illinois. Let's sell this bitch out. Yeah, that's interesting. Have I ever had a bad experience with a hooker? I'm not going into all that information on the podcast. That's a more of a Patreon question. But I used to tell the story on stage, and I should record. I just never recorded. I used to have it as a part of my act about. I went home with this chick in Thailand, and she said she wasn't a prostitute. And then as soon as I got home, she was like, "Well, now you have to pay me," type of thing. And I'm not save that story to on stage. I need to record it someday. But I used to finish out the Edinburgh Fringe show with that. But that's good. Yeah, that's interesting. Or what if you did the opposite? What if you do no fap with a prostitute? What if you say what if you don't rub one out what if you don't rub one out and let it build up? And then as soon as you get there, it's like all she has to do is kiss you on the cheek and you that sounds even better. That sounds like a better experience. I know your money's worth is the time. But what you should do is go no fap. Do yourself 30 days and 30 nights like fucking Moses in the desert, okay? And get yourself a prostitute. But not even, like, you don't even need like a good one. All you need is like some, all you just need is a cute girl to like kiss you on the cheek and then you go, right in your fucking jocks. That wouldn't be too bad, All right, shout out that question. By the way, you can win a free shirt. What we do is every month, whoever has their questions on the podcast, we pick the best question every month, and then you win that free shirt. And like I said already, we've just created that new merch, the new 1008 local 1008 merch. What was the most fucked over you've ever been by a club or a booker? I don't know. I've never had those situations. You always hear about these guys go on the road, and then at the end of the weekend, when they go to write out a check, instead of giving them $1,000, they go, "Well, tickets were light, so here's $25." Which is kind of crazy, but I've never had that situation. I once did a show many, many, many years ago in Ireland, in a place called Naas. Naas is in County Kildare. The Lily Whites. Hop the Lily Whites. And they had like the Kildare, it was the Naas Family Festival or some shit, like a local family festival. And it was like an outdoor thing where they had these big stages built, and everyone would stand around and watch these shows. Now, the night before the festival, there was a thunderstorm and it blew down all of the stages that they had built. So then when we got there was no stages. There was nothing. But they still had like the fair, the fun fair. It was like there was a Ferris wheel and fucking cotton candy floss. It was fucking candy floss. Are you far from where you're raised, boy? And that jugglers and stuff like that. And then they had a comedy. They had a daytime comedy thing. And so it ended up they ended up going to the main street, which is just like a one-way road, some little village in Ireland. And they did the comedy show. We did it. And it was just, there was a guy. We just had an outdoor speaker, a microphone. There was no mic stand or anything. We're on the side of the road. So people are just walking by. It wasn't like people had gathered for the show. People were just walking by. It was like we were just street performers. And it was raining. So in order to protect the equipment, the guy who booked the festival, he just stood. He stood beside all the acts with an umbrella, just holding an umbrella over your head. So you were just standing there in the rain on the street trying to tell jokes to no one. And most of your audience were in cars, and they would stop at the red light and they would have their window down. And so they'd listen to you for a second and you'd hit them with the setup. and then the light would change, and then they would drive off before you got to the punchline. It was all-time Hall of Fame, terrible fucking show. But that's it. There's loads of them. There's loads of times you show up and they're like, "So where's the show?" And you're like, "This is the venue." And you're like, "This is it." You're like, "Yeah, just stand on that little crate there." And we got a wireless mic that doesn't work. Never works. Every time you show up to these dumps, you go, "Yeah, we got a wireless mic," and then it's like they're whacking it halfway through your set. You're like, "You just have to whack it a little. Give it a bit of a whack." Yeah, but I've never been fucked over like that with money. Not really. Sometimes New York clubs try not to pay you for some reason. You got to chase them down. But I've never really been that fucked up, man. Get your questions in patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. All right, here's and then look, we actually got some people responding to each other in the podcast. This one is from I Love You, Shut Up. I can't stand my girlfriend. Shout out to the boys who can't stand their girlfriend. I can't stand my girlfriend, but she moved across the country for me with her dog and her cat. What the fuck do I do? I love her cat more than her. Ah, that's crazy. Cats are stupid. Someone has replied, get yourself a girlfriend because you don't have the balls to stand up to your girlfriend. Get yourself a boyfriend because also you like the cat better than the dog. You're gay. All right, well, a little bit of a turf war going on here over at the Patreon. That's not fun there, folks. Come on, peace and love over here. Yeah, you got to just rip it off, dude. That's all you got to do. First of all, don't ever ask me questions like this again. What do you if you're seeking love advice from dipshit like me, things are struggling. You're struggling. Yeah, you just gotta let her know. This ain't it. There's not a good thing on the horizon. Well, maybe it depends on what you say you can't stand. Like, what's so bad about it? Are they habits, or is it just like inherently what's within her DNA, what's in her soul? Because there's a difference, you know? Every person in the world is fucking annoying. Everyone has the bad habits. But you can see past the habits, right? But like this guy said, you're being a bit of a bitch. You got to just rip it off. Keep the cat, steal the cat. What you got to do is say the cat ran away, and then while she's crying, you break up with her. Then she leaves, then you keep the cat. That's the only really way about this. Or buy yourself your own cat. Get a better cat. Fuck that cat. Get yourself a new cat, new better cat. Name the cat after your ex-girlfriend. Get rid of her. That's what I would say if I was to guess on that. All right, listen, this episode was supposed to be longer. I swear to God, I can't believe we lost that first part of the episode. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, again, nothing special, just the ramblings of a madman, head over to patreon.com where you can get this every week, an audio episode. Only, come catch me on the road. Don't forget, Chicago, Illinois, 14th, 15th, 16th of March, St. Patrick's Day weekend. Let's sell this fucker out. All right, see you there.